And we're back. So, top of the initiative. Lyra, let's go.
Rah! Bork.
Heck.
Heck up.
You can't move directly there. It's a level above.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Did you not notice the stairs?
Didn't realize
no.
those were stairs.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure Lyra can easily make it anyway, but can't she?
Theoretically she could make the jump, but she would have to make an athletics check or lose the
I mean, you can make
remaining
it
movement.
using the stairs with 30 feet of movement, and Lyra's got more than 30 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Right.
Bork.
Oh yeah, because you have 40 feet. You do provoke attack of opportunity though.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what?
Attack of opportunity, because you're next to a dragonborn!
This fuck.
Oh wait, oh no, it's top of the round, so he gets his reaction back.
Oh shit! I forgot that was a dragonborn. Okay, never mind.
Honestly,
Fair.
Clearly, I have
Oh
no
my
fucking
God.
idea what I'm doing.
Luka, you literally have no... What?
Well, I would say at this point you've committed to it. You take the damage.
Okay, whatever.
You take 7 slashing damage.
I can't believe it. I can't believe you've completely forgotten what we've been doing in the 5
No, I
minutes we
haven't.
were gone.
Look, he blended in with the scenery. Okay.
He doesn't blend in with the scenery.
Carry
He's
on.
beige and he's bright red.
What are you doing? Because you use your 40 feet of movement.
I attacked, but it didn't hit.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. I lost track of the initiative, the thingy tracker. It's cool. So it is now lightning guy.
Lightning
Like-
boy.
Lightning boy.
good old LB.
Jeez. I have a dragonborn and a wolf. Can't fight me. I think.
Well, the last order he was given was kill the mage, so he's gonna try and shove Kelariis out of the way.
Oh my god.
Haha.
With dedication, though.
That is, yeah.
Make me a athletics check.
Oh, right, Kelariis, I believe in you.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. He does not succeed in shoving you. So he's instead going to try and stab
Right.
you.
Alright.
He hits you for 9 piercing and 12 lightning damage, which
Fucking hell.
naturally, of course, is halved for you.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's-
9 piercing and 6 lightning.
Yeah. I'm okay.
You watch as like this blade slices into Kelariis and this like electric discharge like surges up her side, and she just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Standard Kelariis.
It's now your turn.
Oh.
Imagine like a little aftershock, like sparkling on her scales.
Oh, I kind of almost wish I had done a thing, which would have been pretty cool, but that's okay. Oh no, that's a different. Yeah, I'm gonna swing at him. It's fine.
Cool.
Let's have some fun. Oh wow, that sucks.
That is not a hit.
Alrighty, well, one more.
That is a hit.
Not fun.
It is a hit. Not fun. Less fun. 6. Wow. Wow. Hunter's mark, please.
Oh, you should have technically made a Constitution saving throw.
Ah, fuck.
It's a con check, not just a regular con check, not a saving throw, because it's concentration.
Hunter's mark is not.
Hunter's mark is concentration.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
We worked
it's
this
not
out
marked
in the
as
end.
on my sheet.
Yes,
That is fair.
because it's wrong on both your sheets for some reason.
Oh,
But it is
okay,
a
fair
concentration spell.
enough. Sorry, con save or con check?
Con check.
Okay.
Isn't it a con save?
I feel like we've gone through this and it's a con check.
I'm 100% sure it's a con save.
Yeah, okay, make it a save then.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you succeed. You don't lose the hunter's mark.
My sad ass hunter's mark.
Yeah.
Don't lose out on 1 damage.
Yeah, well.
But hey, 1 damage could be all the difference.
It could.
Yeah, it could be.
Cool.
Whenever you take damage while you're concentrating on a spell, you must make a Constitution saving throw to
Yeah, okay.
maintain your concentration.
Thank you.
Eh.
I don't know, because I never make con saves because my monsters don't have save proficiencies 90% of the time.
Oh.
Don't actually get to play this game very much.
Look, I just know that it's a con save because it being a save is literally the only reason why I don't have a negative to concentration checks.
Yeah. Okay, well, Vondal is currently superheated, so I guess this guy is gonna continue to fight Grim. Oh, actually, no. First of all, he's going to bonus action disengage. And he's going to stand there. So he can make use of his other special ability. Oh, nice. Oh, nice!
Oh no.
Okay, so... he hits you for 10 slashing, plus an additional 9 for his sneak attack, because when he is 1v1ing somebody, he gets sneak attack. Because he is a swashbuckler rogue.
Well, I spent my reaction to reduce it by 1.
Wow.
Oh,
Doing
good.
real well, this guy. This
Oh,
bastard.
So, wait, so how much is that in total? 10, well, 9, 6, yeah, 6 slashing and 9 piercing.
They're both slashing, but yes.
Oh, okay, well, it doesn't really matter.
The second attack hits you for 5. And the third attack hits you for 10.
10, 6. There we go.
Oh, I'm almost there.
Almost there. Don't worry, I still have more health than you, V. I'll be fine.
Wow.
And you still have second wind, don't you?
Yeah,
Yes.
Grim is on a quarter of his HP and still has more hit points than V.
Sure.
God,
I can do this.
Oh yeah.
Grim, please.
Gonna shoot the guy with the hunter's mark.
Go for it.
Lord Spoons can take some damage.
Oh my
Arya!
See,
why
if we
am I
had
like
spoons, I would have won by now.
Lyra can take her reaction.
Fuck you, Grim.
Nice.
Oh,
Finally,
Sarah.
somebody's getting some gold.
Nice.
Fucking good rolls around here.
Yeah, someone's on the ball.
He makes a strength check. Wow, okay, Lyra knocks him down.
Yes, Lyra.
Go, Lyra.
Get him!
Oh, yeah.
Sharpshooter's turn. Yeah, he again is just gonna continue to crossbow you. He's gonna spend a D10 on that. His last one. Oh, that's not enough. Wow, okay, he's used his last Archer's Eye, and that's not enough to hit, but his second attack does hit for 12 piercing, Arya.
Heavy hitters.
Okay, this guy needs to make a check. Oh my god, these guys cannot make strength saves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, okay. So he needs to spend. Okay, so he is now. Well, I put him there because he's climbing. Yeah, so he is. Yeah, this guy. He's kind of still in the water, but he's like latched onto the bottom of the thing, to the bottom of the boat. That's all he can do. So V.
Fuck. I'm going to run down here a little bit and cast another blight, because fuck this guy.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Bullying Grim.
Ow.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
a much better roll than before.
can't
That's real good.
save. He does not succeed.
And I'm
Okay.
going
Oh,
to...
wreck him.
So you focus in and just tear a chunk out of him
Bitch.
spiritually.
And yeah, I use a bonus action to delete one of my first level spell slots and give myself a social point.
Okay. Vondal.
Control Alt Delete.
Cool.
This guy's still up? What a fucker.
Yeah, these guys are not your run-of-the-mill bandits.
These are they're Dragonborn. They're 10 men each. Remember?
Yes, that's true. A well-trained Dragonborn is worth 10 men.
Well, spiritual weapon's gonna move and attack
Okay.
because I need it to break his concentration.
Yes. You are. I think this is still at disadvantage because I think this is still your spell attack.
Yeah, I think so. It does say make a spell attack. Oh.
Yeah.
Melee spell attack. So. Oh.
That's not a hit.
Damn it.
Whoosh. Oh. Oh, excuse me.
Look then.
Bless you.
What do I do? I think what we do here is I can technically go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Grim.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
We're gonna make it a big one. Because I know you've got a lot of health.
Yeah, I'll be
So have
fine.
a 4th level Cure Wounds.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yang son.
That's
not
quite a bit of
That
help.
is not great,
Oh.
but
That is not a lot for a 4th level cast.
No, but considering
Cav's
how
also
much-
disconnected from Roll20.
oh,
Now you're back.
Sorry.
You're back now.
But considering how much damage reduction I have, it's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like my heavy armor has like protected me from like 20 points of damage.
Yep. Heavy armor master, man. funny-
Finally, people are hitting me more than once.
Somebody on Reddit the other day was complaining about how heavy armor master is useless once you get past the early levels, and I'm like, but is it really?
Well, it depends on what you fight, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, if you're constantly fighting giant monsters. But...
Especially like the higher level you are, the more attacks you'll actually get hit by, surely.
Yes.
'Cause people tend to
And the
get
more damage.
Vondal take 3 fire damage.
It's okay, I can tank it.
Tank 3 damage.
Oh, not quite. Actually, yeah, no, I guess he can move. Oh wait, no, yeah. Okay, so he is going to cast a spell.
Oh, okay. Tell me what it is. Well, I'll make an Arcana check. Do not tell me what it is. I only rolled an 11.
Nope.
Oh.
You get to school, maybe?
No, if you,
I'll let-
it's like
I'll
it's
let
something
it
like
go.
DC 10 plus spell level or whatever. I can't remember. You're letting it go.
Oh.
Okay, cool. He casts Healing Word.
ugh.
Ooh, the whole 1 healing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Imagine if I had fucking used my 4th level counter spell to stop that.
That
I
would be such a shit.
That'd be
shit.
so
Healing Word
sad.
is honestly kind of trash.
But it can save a life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's literally standing on a boat, like on the opposite side of a thing, and he is healing his friend. Like that's pretty useful.
Yes.
Um,
They haven't actually
I
healed the
could,
one
I
I'm
could
standing
heal all
on.
of us right now in one go, so I think I win the healer game. You shitty bard.
He's not level 9.
He probably isn't level 9.
Oh.
he's not level 9 now. And he's going to use one of his special actions. V, I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
Excuse? Also nice, it's my highest save. Idiot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Salt.
Well, you're the only person he can even get in range of to use it.
Also,
So
I was so worried about saying that because the last time I insulted someone for having
Yeah.
me make a save, my wizard got feeble-minded.
yeah.
So
Oh my
Rip.
god.
Oof.
because I was like, oh, you're gonna make me an intelligence save, lol, loser. Rolls like a fucking 7. I'm like, well, never mind.
Grim.
I was gonna say I didn't want to say anything to jinx it.
Well, I think it's time to get big. I'm gonna
Okay.
God.
Go
I'm
big.
gonna use the belt.
Okay.
Get big.
You
girl.
punch the belt. Just.
I'm gonna instantly try and like bash him down to the ground with my shield.
Okay.
Nice.
Hopefully he's surprised by me suddenly growing a
Coming
couple of
from
feet.
6.
Yeah.
Well, it gives you advantage, doesn't it?
Yes. Well, on all strength checks. I just realized I don't know if this counts as a strength check.
The strength.
Let me check the wording of the thing because I think it's strength and strength based.
Oh
Oh no,
was-
all on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Yeah.
I believe they're counted as strength checks.
well, this time it doesn't matter. So I'll figure that out later.
Well, it does often write like. Whenever you look at the player's handbook, it does always write like skill checks as
Yeah.
stat and then open brackets skill close brackets. So this
Oh.
is a strength athletics check.
By the way,
Yeah,
does
so
he
he's
make it?
got to save against it. He does not.
oh, nice. That means I'm gonna get. It's time to bash away with advantage. I assume that one hits. Probably hits as well. I'm gonna action surge.
Yeah, give me just a second to do some head maths. Don't worry about the action surge, because with what you do enough to knock him down.
Oh, okay.
He, however, is not dead.
That is actually good, because even though Grim wasn't thinking about it too much yet, he definitely wants him alive.
I'm getting better.
So yeah, do you still want to action surge or?
No. I guess I want action surge if he's down.
Okay.
Or like, yeah, down.
Yeah, he is at 0 hit points, but he is not stable.
Actually, in that case, I'll yell down to Zudar down in the hold.
Oh yeah.
Zudar, can you stabilize this guy up here?
Okay,
red one.
cool. Right. Let me find. Okay, so Zudar comes up the stairs, and I will add him to the initiative order.
And I'll probably say, take care. There's still combat going on.
Yeah. So he actually technically goes after you. And yeah, cool. He casts Spare the Dying, because he can do that.
Yep.
Hooray!
Thanks, Suda.
Yay, Zudar.
And he can do that
Are
every.
you the best?
Yeah, he can do that from up to 30 feet away, because he's a Grave Cleric.
He's a special one.
It's a special
Special
boy.
Special boy.
The question is that an action? Because I don't think it's an action for him.
He might be able to do it as a bonus.
Circle of Mortality. Yeah, it's a bonus action. So
Oh.
he is going to turn. Who looks most wounded amongst you guys?
Arya?
I mean, if you can see Arya.
Yeah, Arya
Um,
would be, I guess.
Whoops.
Oh, actually, no, it's definitely Arya.
Okay. Yeah. He looks up. And the only spell that he can cast on Arya. He does not actually have prepped.
Oh, great.
Oh.
Hold on.
So. Oh wait, hang on.
It's okay, Zudar, we love you.
You tried. It's okay.
If I
Oh no, wait, no,
die,
that's only himself.
Wait, he has cure wounds, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's touch range.
Yeah, but
Oh.
yeah, Arya is like.
Arya
60
is
feet up in
like
the air.
30 feet in the
Arya
air.
froze-
yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that for a second.
It looks like
She's
she's not.
Yeah, that's been throwing me off quite a bit. This
in that case, he will just sanctuary himself.
Lol.
He'll stay safe.
that people don't want to hit him.
Yeah. Lyra.
Nom nom nom.
Okay. Doesn't need to make a save because he's already down. He is now going to stand up.
Try to hit the mage now. Bitch.
Okay, cool.
Uh-oh.
That's cool.
Stop. They should stop taunting people.
Kelariis, can you make me a athletics check, please?
You taunt when the battle's been won.
Oh my god. Okay.
Heyo.
He tries to grapple you and just does not get anywhere.
Buddy, please.
Buddy, just stop.
Like, every time he
Just
attempts,
Father.
every time he attempts to grab Kelariis, I just imagine Kelariis holding out an arm against his forehead.
You know what? Fuck it. He's gonna try it again. Oh my god! He has rolled a 3 times on his fucking strength check.
Nice.
Oh.
Well,
I
Natural
like
one,
imagine
Kelariis?
tries to, like, grab
Oh yeah, I
his
suppose
hand.
Kelariis can still natural one this, and it will
Okay.
still count as a fail.
It's up athletics again, right?
Yes.
oh, you can also
No.
go for acrobatics. No.
Oh yeah, yeah, but yeah, Kelariis' acrobatics is garbage.
Why would I? Shit.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Okay, so yeah, he just tries to grab you. Your turn.
Just like slap his hands away, like, could you not?
I like the idea that he's like trying to like go grab around the shield, so you just bash him in the face with it.
Just smack him in the face. Alright, sword swings, here we go.
That's a hit. Cool. You just run him through.
Okay, just kidding.
Okay, he goes to grab you and you
Solves
run him
that
through.
problem.
Better. Actually.
Even better. Do I see anybody else like on our ship right now?
There's you don't see them, but you can like hear the dude like hauling himself up from underneath you.
I don't think I can hit him.
If you have a ranged weapon, you could throw it down,
Just lose one of my newly bought javelins. Yeah, fuck it.
or use a spell if you have a spell.
I don't think I have a spell that I can.
Oh yeah, no, because you've already attacked, so that's one
Scare him
action.
off.
Yeah. Also, I don't think I really have any ranged spells to be honest. So, yeah, I guess I'll kind of like lean over the side and chuck a javelin, maybe.
Okay.
Your ranged spell is Misty Step.
Yeah, that's
Go
my
for it.
range. Oh, that was not great.
That is still a hit against him though.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
He's a squid.
He's gonna make a thing. He stays holding on.
God damn it.
Wow. Just a
He still has a javelin stuck in him, but
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I
a-
guess
that's
I'll
a
like.
grip he's got.
It looks like he's gonna probably like end up here-ish, so I'll probably just like stand
Yep.
where he'd be trying to get up.
cool. Current exhaust special. Fails a death save. Oh no, wait, no, he's not making
Wait,
it
no,
anymore
he's-
because he's stable.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's
Yes.
So he just skips his turn. Arya.
Ah.
Once more, I attempt to hit this motherfucker.
Okay.
Believe in you, Arya. You can do it.
Oh, finally.
Nice.
That's a hit. Yep. Yeah, you strike him with another arrow. Like, he is, like, taken, like, a lot of arrows from you, but he is still standing.
I kind of wish we were both using a crossbow, because then we could call it bolt battles.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
This is the age-old medieval debate. Crossbow or longbow?
I mean, longbow for style. Let's be real.
True dat.
I'd rather
Okay.
crossbow, honestly. and in a fight between equal skilled archers, I'd put my money on a repeater crossbow any day.
Okay, so the sharpshooter raises his weapon towards you, Arya. Goes to return fire, looks across the battlefield, and then yells in Draconic, which only Kelariis can understand. And yeah, he basically says, "We've taken too many casualties. Get the captain out of there. We need to fall back."
Not today, bitch.
And he, knowing, he's seen the casting spells. He is going to take 2 shots at V.
No!
What a bastard.
Oh no!
That's the wrong thing.
Good thing I'm stood right next to her.
Oh, there's so many things to say right now.
What?
That's
Well, ideas.
2 hits.
Wait.
Shit.
17 piercing damage as 2 crossbow bolts hit you.
It's fine. I'm still good.
Are you still okay?
Are you?
I'm only bleeding slightly.
I should probably stay away from the edges of the ship, but I'm fine.
So, up. Oh yeah, that's gone. So, yeah, that's probably his best shot. Okay, this guy, the priest, climbs up the side of the ship, sees you right in front of him, Kelariis, and casts a spell.
Motherfucker. Can I see him?
No, not really.
Damn it, I'm at the fucking bottom of the stairs.
So that means you can't counterspell him.
Awkward. Well, good luck.
Okay, Kelariis, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, great.
Sure love our wisdom saves in this party.
I know. Oh, it's better than last time, but
Ooh, I think.
You only have a +7 anyway.
I know. But like, I almost roll shit on my wisdom saves. I don't know.
That's enough to pass. He attempts to cast a spell that you recognize as Hold Person on you, but he does not succeed.
Ha.
Yeah, and seeing that fails, that is, I think, everything he can. Oh no, wait, no, he's got bonus action. Yeah, fuck it, he's gonna Sacred Flame you. Dexterity saving throw, please. You take 10 radiant damage. Actually, oh no, sorry, 10 necrotic damage.
Oh, evil.
Okay.
Also Sacred Flame.
His Sacred Flame has already been, like, just as successful as mine.
Yeah, he brings down actually it probably manifests actually like he tries to cast the Hold Person, sees that it fails, and then just immediately swaps and like makes like a swiping motion across you, and you feel the like a almost like he'd like slashed you across the face, but it's he never actually touched you and there's no injury, but you feel the necrotic energy like go through you and deal damage.
Magic.
V.
Yeah. Okay, well, I don't like this guy. That guy. But I'm almost out of spells. I guess we're just gonna magic missile this guy. Ugh. Guys, my magic missile at
yep.
second level is improving because I have higher options.
Nice.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
This now counts as a low level cast, so
Yeah.
therefore.
Second
rolls are
level's
good.
fine now.
Cool.
17.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
wait,
blast him with
okay.
magic missiles.
Can I retract that and say that I quickened it?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, thank you. And I'm gonna walk over here. Well, yeah, walk over there. And can I poison spray through Kelariis?
Oh
Do I have
my
to step
God.
do I have to step to the side?
Is it a ranged spell attack?
It is technically 10 feet.
But does the description say ranged spell attack?
Okay, I'll check real quick. Poison. Well, it's not a ranged spell attack. Okay, you extend your hand toward a creature you can see within range and protect a
Oh!
noxious gas.
Yeah, it's just a save or suck.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, okay, so yeah, no, you can. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, well,
Yep. Save
so
or
yeah,
suck.
quicken that, walk over here, and then...
cool.
Has
Yeah, so he's gonna make a con save.
Yep.
He passes.
Motherfucker. Okay, well,
Damn
good.
it.
Like, shields himself from the poison spray.
Bug sprayed him.
Just...
Save us.
Vondal.
You don't bug spray dragons.
Right. Come on, spiritual weapon. Please.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, no,
Nice.
that's a 15.
Oh wait, no.
Oh yeah, because you still have this
Advantage.
advantage.
Yep.
There's a 15 hit.
15 does not.
Damn it.
Wait, why does the weapon have this?
Vondal still.
Because it's a Vondal, it's a spell attack from Vondal, and Vondal has disadvantage on
Oh,
all attack rolls and ability checks because of heat metal.
Fuck it, I'm gonna try and guiding bolt him because I've got a plan. Oh, I'm plus 10 in that.
Okay.
Channel divinity, 25.
Wait, can you channel divinity spell attacks? I thought you could only do weapon
I
attacks.
mean, it just says, well, it just said attack. I'll have a look.
Because don't know if it's spell. I think it's just weapon.
It just says use plus. It just says plus 10 to attack rolls.
Okay, yeah,
So,
cool. That's a hit then.
kablamo!
Okay, yeah, you blast him with a bolt of radiant light. He is
I'll actually
displeased.
check the,
Yeah, double check that because
full
I
detail.
can't remember.
Yeah, I'll double check it now.
It's his turn. Vondal takes 6 fire damage. And
Still okay.
oh, hang on, yeah, I need to. I should have been checking. Actually, no. Sorry, take that back. You don't take the damage because he's going to drop the heat metal.
Oh, okay.
And as his primary spell, he's going to cast Healing Word again. Oh, I should have asked about counterspell first.
Oh, well, yeah, whatever.
Okay, he heals for 2 HP. Boom! The guy on the deck gets back up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Just
And
Grim to smack him.
he is going to cast.
A spell?
Yeah, he is casting a spell.
19.
Okay. It is a first level enchantment.
A what?
A first level. Oh, hang on. Actually, I need to. Oh no, he can't actually cast that. So it's a.
Range safe.
It is a 0th level enchantment.
Oh well, whatever then.
Okay.
Okay.
Not a fucking. I'm kind of feeling like a cantrip.
Grim, wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh no.
No.
Well, at least I have
Oh,
a
you fucking.
Oh,
It's
fine.
vicious mockery, isn't it?
It is Vicus Mockery.
Well, a 50.
That is a fail.
Oh, Grim.
You take.
Wait, is it DC 50?
Why do you have advantage? Oh, let me
That's my
check.
It's racial. It's my racial.
Passive.
He is gnome.
'Cause,
Yes, it is DC 15. So
DC 15, he wins.
Wait.
yeah, so you
I
take
feel
no damage then.
Boom. Nailed
Nice.
That's really
Also-
frustrating because he was gonna do that to you to give you disadvantage on your attack roll.
it. Also, channel divinity for that does just say when you make an attack roll.
Okay then.
So,
Wow, these guys are really burning out of shit to do.
I mean, same.
Grim.
I've still got a lot of options.
Captain, can you get us closer to their ship?
Closer? Are you mad?
They're trying to run.
Give me a persuasion check, one of you two.
Like,
Oh, I'm just saying.
Do
they're
it,
trying-
Kel.
Yeah, do you? Okay, sure.
you know what? I guess I was the one trying to.
Either of you can make it. I don't care.
I mean,
I'll just do it.
oh,
I'm,
nice.
Okay.
I'm persuasive today.
Why is Grim so
You're
persuasive
persuasive
today?
today.
Okay, he is convinced that you're crazy, but he agrees to do it.
Yep.
He's not wrong.
No, he's not.
He's not wrong. We are
He's
definitely
really
crazy.
not wrong.
But
Well, I'm gonna move over a little bit and like prepare. I guess prepare an action. No, jumping across would be very reckless, wouldn't it?
the
It depends.
The dragonborn in front of you is up again, by the way. I don't know if you heard.
Oh
that.
yeah. Should be aware of that.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess
Yeah, he's back now.
I'll bash him once on the head then instead.
Okay.
Smack him over the head.
That is not a hit.
I'll try again.
Smack.
That is also not a hit.
No!
No, it is a hit. Channel divinity.
Oh, you're gonna channel divinity it. Okay, that's a hit.
God.
Okay. Well, and I guess I'll use my second wind now that I have a bonus action to spare.
Oh, I will say, are you gonna make this non-lethal? Because you can technically make it
Yes.
non-lethal.
Oh yeah. I should probably say it's non-lethal
Okay,
because
cool. Then he goes unconscious.
now that he's weak, I don't have to hold back, or I can safely hold back. No, he's weak.
Yeah.
Wait, did I?
Well, your minimum damage is enough to knock him unconscious because he's on 2 HP.
Yeah.
So yeah, you regain 10 HP with your second wind.
Minimum second.
Nice move.
Right?
It's still a lot for a second wind.
That is a
It
lot.
is.
Still pretty good. 10 health is a lot.
Zudar assesses the battlefield, sees that you're going back into combat, and is like, "Yeah, I'm out."
Say, fair, Zudar. Fair.
My duties are done.
I did what I came here to do. Bye now.
Lyra. Oh wait, hold on. Actually, top of the initiative order. Yeah, he's gonna steer into it. So.
Well, I guess you can just say how much closer it is.
First, just like, how do I do this?
I mean, I could literally move the ship, but it would just be it's fiddly. Oh. Oops.
Nope.
I'll leave it and I'll just say how much closer. Yeah, he basically gets you within like 10 feet of the thing.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Although that also means next time I'm in range for
Lyra.
bard shenanigan.
Wait, shit. I need to move. Fuck. Sorry, I had to step away from
Yeah, that's okay.
There we
That's
go.
advantage as well, isn't it? Pack tactics.
Yeah, that's advantage, so it's a crit.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Rah.
Rawr.
Cool. Lyra like lays into this dude.
Strength save.
And he makes a strength save.
Please
Good
fail.
god, he finally made a strength save against the lowest
Oh.
DC thing he's had to make.
Oh, amazing.
After all this time.
These dudes are all dead. Kelariis.
Okay. I probably also should have said I transferred the hunter's mark like at the very end, because I totally forgot.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, but I won't add it onto the other attack I made.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I'll just smack him.
Okay.
I say smack him, but again, maybe yes.
If this guy's not dead at this point, oh shit.
Yeah, that is enough to kill him.
Okay, cool.
Finally, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Swashbuckler is down but stable. Arya.
Gonna shoot the same dude.
Okay.
It's been real exciting for Arya this battle.
Yeah, cool.
Or losing all of these arrows that you're shooting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Unless you go and retrieve them, because most of them are in him or in the deck. So.
I have you're shooting top down. Especially now that they're even closer.
Lyra can use her reaction attack. Oh wait, no, there's nothing to hit. They're...
On the
I was gonna say,
corpse.
there's nothing for her to bite.
Yeah.
Munches on dead person.
I know, right?
Okay, seeing this, the sharpshooter is going to attempt something a little bit crazy.
Great.
Do not
Sweet.
fucking shoot me.
Oh, he hits with the second one. Does he do enough damage? Oh, nice, he does. Okay,
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
levels the crossbow, fires it, seemingly at nothing until basically the rope in the center that has like rapidly been going slack as the boat comes in severs at the
Shit.
tether, and he is going to jump down from his perch and take cover. So he is in cover. Priest is dead. V.
Alright. I mean, guess I'll just magic missile the guy who just tried to take cover, cause like, good luck.
Yeah, cover doesn't work against magic missile.
Ew.
That is a hit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no shit. Magic
Yeah,
missile.
but yeah, I know, but
Sassy! Dang!
He just wants to say it, okay? We're not used to
anything else?
thing. We've not had
No, I'm kind of out of shit, to be honest.
Damn. These running out of steam.
Actually, I'll use a bonus action to take a first level spell slot and convert it to
okay.
to a stock point.
Vondal.
Well, I guess now that we're closer, I'm going to chuck the hammer.
Okay.
Oh!
Christ.
Boom! Shaka!
Okay, so who are you hitting?
Just the bard.
Okay, so the bard looks like he's about to make for the stairs to climb up to man the wheel, and basically, like as the boat comes in, he starts to run, and it's just one of those just fucking Thor scenes where the bad guy starts to run, and he just stops him in his tracks with the hammer between the shoulder blades, and it's just chunk, and just like knocks him clean off his feet and like sends him like 5 or 10 feet forwards, like with the impact.
Oh, nailed it.
Yes.
He does not get up again.
Yeah, I didn't think so. And then spiritual weapon is gonna smack this guy.
Okay.
When I find it, there it is.
That's a hit.
Nice. Also nice.
Okay, that hits. He takes some damage.
Also, I guess so. There's like 10 feet between the boats.
There's now 10 feet between the boat. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Could I move close enough to throw the hammer 20 feet? I don't think I could.
You can theoretically jump the distance.
Yeah, you have the like
Theoretically.
double jumping range.
do have my-
Because if you go 5, it will be then 10 over. You'd be on like this side, and then you could go Another 10, and then you'd be in range.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll do that then. Look at my jumping boots.
Okay, well, so do you need to roll for this? Like, what does it make your jumping
let's have a
distance?
Let me find them again.
Boots of striding.
Basically, it's like a normal jump, but your max range is doubled.
I can jump 3 times the normal distance.
Oh.
But not
Triple, like-
further than my...
Okay, yeah, so you can make it super easy. I won't even make you roll for it. So Vondal like leaps into the air.
So that's 10 feet?
As you land on the other side, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
What? Is the ship trapped
not
from
the same at all.
non-dragonborn?
Ooh.
Okay,
Oh no.
this is where it gets fun.
Oh, great.
Uh,
I know why he wanted me to jump now.
He's baiting.
hey,
me.
hey, you were the one who wanted to jump.
Fuck you,
You're the
Rob.
one who proposed the idea. I was gonna try and be safe, but you were like, hey, do this cool
Okay, you take 23 thunder damage.
Fuck now.
And yeah, and you are launched 10 feet backwards as a glyph of warding detonates the moment you hit the deck, and the spell Thunder Wave is triggered. So
Oh my god.
Shit.
you fall in the ocean.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Wait.
hey, why am I suddenly there without a save? One of their guys got flung 10 feet back from directly the edge, and they gotta make a save to stay on.
No, they were pushed, not
No,
not
that's
in the same way.
The first one was.
First one.
Oh, okay, okay. Make a save
Yeah.
then. Make a save then.
Bullshit.
It is a
Dude.
straight strength.
Wait,
It's not a save. It's a check.
right,
strength
so
check.
either way. Yeah,
No,
it's
yeah, you're in the
alright.
water.
Can I at least Featherfall him?
Why would it matter?
I mean, he's just going into the ocean. He'll be. Oh fuck! He has heavy armor.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
Oh shit.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Featherfall. I can fix this. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay,
Actually,
how
that doesn't
tall is-
matter.
How tall is that?
I was
boat?
like-
Yeah, no, yeah, he would still end in the water anyway.
Okay, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
The boat's not tall enough.
Okay.
If I can
This
slow
is
down
so
just a little,
awful.
it's fine.
it's
Yeah, okay,
fine.
yeah, you just do that as a reaction. But
Oh,
God.
Grim.
Your turn is so far away
Oops.
from mine. Okay.
It
Hold
turns
on.
out that you don't trust Ferrous also applies outside of DMing.
Outside of
Never trust Ferrous.
Well, actually, it's not as bad as it may seem because the ships are actually closer together, so you're basically adjacent to.
Yeah, you're in the water by the bottom of the. Well, yeah, so you're
Right, but
technically
we still have to
there.
get him out.
It's okay.
Of the
It's okay.
fucking
Leave it,
ocean.
guys, leave it to me.
Start-
Guys, leave it to me.
Leave it to be.
Leave it to be. V for Vendetta. What?
Oh yeah, because
Wow.
yeah, you still have the broom in your offhand. Yeah. Grim.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be able to carry Vondal out of the water with the broom. It's fine. I got it, guys. I got it.
Do you?
I'm taking your word for it.
Oh. What can I even do?
Good question.
Well, I guess what would this range be? -50. Well, actually, that's fine. I guess I can throw a dart at them.
Okay, yeah, he has +2 AC for the thing, but go for it.
I'm gonna try and scare them
That is a critical hit.
That is indeed.
Nice.
off. Oh, and I get my
This is
D4.
like sing song.
Yeah, you get an extra D4.
He's big.
That's actually a powerful dart.
That's a scary dart, man.
Scariest
That's
dart
11-point
ever
dart.
That is an 11 point of damage dart.
Nice.
It's much bigger than normal dart.
And he is afraid.
Oh, God.
I am too.
Great.
I'd be
Lyra.
too if I got hit by an 11-point damage dart.
But
That's-
thrown by a 6'6" gnome.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
actually true.
See, at least there's a reason for him to be afraid now.
genuine reason for this guy to be afraid.
Nice.
I still don't think that'd phase the frog healer.
I guess that will be it for my turn.
Yeah, what's Lyra doing?
Fork.
Orc.
I mean,
Panic
she
fork.
can't. She can't do
Upset
much,
fork.
so probably nothing.
She could jump.
Not jumping. She just saw Vondal get fucking rocketed into the ocean. She's not about that shit.
Yep. So, angry balking. Kelariis.
I guess I don't really know if there's any way I could tell, but does it look like there's another glyph of warding anywhere, or was that just
Make me a
there?
perception check.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
Impossible to tell.
And we're 10 feet away from
10 feet away.
okay. Oh, Kelariis is gonna be really stupid and hope the same thing doesn't happen to her that happens to Vondal.
Y'all.
Look.
Well,
Y'all.
Oh
Look.
wait. I'm gonna just measure it from 10 feet out. Because I just want to get like
No,
as
no.
far into the center of like the middle of the
Basically.
ship as possible, essentially.
just measure it and subtract 15 feet.
Wait, and subtract 15.
Yeah, because we're 10 apart, but right now.
No, subtract 20.
Like 20? Oh,
Yeah, because the boats aren't quite, because there's like basically 30 feet between you.
okay.
So it's subtract 20.
Guys, I need like 5 seconds. Be right back.
Okay.
Okay. So just yeah, I guess like 10 feet in from the edge of the boat, if I can.
Yeah, you have enough movement to like make a standing long, or you can move and then do a jump across. So I won't. Yeah, I'm not.
I was gonna Misty step over there.
Oh,
I ain't gonna
okay.
fucking jump that shit.
Yeah, go,
Yeah.
go ahead and do that
That's a
then.
good idea.
Yeah, don't jump that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I guess does something happen? when I
Where
touch the
where do
deck?
you step?
I guess because I just like across, so I guess near the
Right, drag yourself to where you want to be.
like here-ish, I guess.
Uh,
Unless I can get further up, like the towards the front of the ship. I don't know, like the this way measurement. It's weird.
it's exactly the same. So
Okay.
it would be if I turn. Yeah, you've got like another 10 feet to go somewhere.
Oh, okay, so I guess 10 feet forward, so down to here or something.
Okay, you bamf over there.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Thank God.
Because presumably
I
that's
don't-
where the ward I just blew up was, so you're fine.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I just want to get close enough that I can shoot some lightning at this guy across the way. Oh, but he's still in cover, isn't he?
From the angle you're shooting, he won't be in cover.
Okay, yeah, so I just want to get within 30 feet of him, because I have moved, so...
Okay, so you've
Yes.
done a section.
No, literally one step forward.
Yeah.
So one step forward, and I will do that.
Boom.
But I have to check, because I don't remember what I
Lightning
roll now.
bolts. I think it's 3d6.
36. Yeah, it is 36. I don't use it very often, so I don't
Okay,
fucking remember.
cool.
Oh, that was shit roll.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
It doesn't matter. You straight up kill him.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
cool, that
Okay.
works.
Boom.
Well, we still have to save Vondal, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys,
Ah,
I
yeah.
can do that. Don't worry.
Yeah, but it's not your turn yet.
It'll be soon.
Arya, Vondal are drowning. What do you do?
I don't know. I don't have anything useful.
Why did our dungeon master turn to a robot?
That was just for you.
No, as in like he like not that his audio.
You're just gonna spend the turn panicking?
I mean, I guess I'll just climb down out of the crow's nest. 'Cause
Okay.
That's like all I can do.
Yep, that's like 30 feet of movement. Anything else?
Nope.
Nope.
Can't do much.
V.
Go gadget V.
Okay. I'm gonna grab my broom, and basically just fucking fly straight into the water.
Okay.
Yep.
And I'm gonna subtle spell cast. Well, I'm gonna grab Vondal and subtle spell cast Thunderstep
Oh.
Okay.
Nice.
at 4th level because that's the last thing I've got. But wow, I knew I needed that 4th level spell slot for something. Fuck.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm basically gonna just like teleport us like basically like kind of diagonally straight up so that we just land back on the deck.
Okay, cool. And Thunderstep deals damage where you left, right?
Yeah, in a
Yeah.
10 feet.
So that
radius.
does nothing.
Okay.
Doesn't blow a hole in the ship.
Oh fuck.
Please.
Thank God.
No, the water would probably stop it if it was like. Maybe. Well,
What type of damage is it?
It is thunder damage because it is Thunderstep.
Okay. The ship resists the thunder damage.
Oh, thank you.
Ah,
good
Okay,
job,
great.
ship.
Good, I didn't cause us to sink.
Cool. So yeah, go where you want to be. And with that, we'll go out of initiative
Ugh,
after like 3 hours.
that's so stressful. Jeez.
Captain, the ship has been
After-
their ship has been cleared.
Yeah, after teleport.
Well,
like
we assume
why
it's
we
been.
never do that again.
So yeah. I will point out the ship is still like traveling in a direction because it has basically had its rudder locked and it still has wind in the sails. So
Right. Should we just destroy the ship?
Like,
No,
Do we
wait,
have a way to do that?
Claris,
How about we
like,
loot the ship?
I mean, we can,
it's
but
probably booby trapped to hell if the deck's got glyphs of warding on it.
yeah.
well,
Not
Don't even risk
necessarily.
it. Don't even risk it.
so you just like if they have any captives down there, you would be happy to burn them with the ship.
That's a true point.
No, that's a fair point. Clarence didn't think about
But
that.
like,
Clarence
we should
probably
just
think about that.
we should just loosen the sails. Claris, loosen the sails, and then we can like come to a
Yeah.
halt.
I guess
that's
so.
gonna be a bit tricky for a one-man job, but
Yeah,
Uh,
that's not a one-man job.
I guess as this
Yes,
is
I can Misty
happening,
step over.
Look.
I
What
can
the
Misty
fuck?
step over and help her.
I guess we could ask the captain for advice.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
like,
Vondal's looking
Yeah.
to the captain. Very
Like-
much. Be like, ideas?
are you gonna ask what are you asking the captain? Just like what should you do?
Yeah, like right now.
Captain, yeah, Captain, we've cleared the ship of hostiles. But we want to make sure we should make sure they didn't have any captives that we just leave. to die.
He thinks to himself and says, "Boarding lines. Make a boarding line."
Sure.
But I'm really hurt.
I'll yell that at
I'll
the
believe you.
I'll yell that at the people under the deck. We need to make a boarding line.
Okay, cool.
Look, I can Misty step over. I
Yeah, but
can
everybody
do
else
it.
can't.
No one
No,
else
but everybody
can.
else can't. And if
Yes,
we're
but if I
gonna-
take the line over with me,
Yeah. No, you can definitely do that.
Yo, like you like.
So yeah,
the more
they rush off and
That's
get
for me, is it?
and get heavy rope.
That's for you.
Thank you.
V be healed. Live, insect.
Okay, so they have some heavy rope.
Guys, I am really spent. You know what I have left, like spell slot wise?
what?
One
Huh?
first level spell slot and one second level spell slot. I have no sorcery
God.
points and no other spell slot.
Are you gonna blink over? Are you?
Yes.
Okay, where are you going?
I I'll just land next to Kelariis.
Okay, move yourself there.
What's up?
Nothing happens.
Hey.
Make sure you check for glyphs.
I
Yeah.
know. This is
Good,
gonna go
check
fucking
for more.
horribly.
Oh,
Arya's
actually, we
pretty
should.
good at
Okay, so you now between the two of you, you now have a heavy rope.
Okay.
Cool. So we should
We're
tie
right next
that.
to that mast, aren't we?
Yes. Right? Because I
Let's
think
attach it.
that's this. Yeah, that's that.
Yeah, you can tie it to
there.
the mast.
Cool.
Well, the main reason I actually called for like the sailors is because they actually know how to attach stuff and do stuff compared
we
to
only
us.
have
I mean, they're doing that your side.
Yeah.
Arya, do you want to tie the rope?
Yeah, I guess.
Cool. I don't know if we have to do anything.
I don't think we do.
Okay.
No. To tie the rope,
No.
it's just fine. The trick is going to be like hauling it to bring the two together without like causing damage.
Great.
Ah.
I suppose it helps that they're already fairly close.
Yeah. Do you want to make me? If you're going to help each other, I need both sides of the boat to make athletics checks.
Okay.
Wait, both people holding the rope.
Make it strength checks actually.
Oh man.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Well, are you proficient in athletics? So just take your proficiency mod away from that dice roll.
Anyone who isn't pulling. Like anyone who is pulling, do a strength.
Well, the person who is mainly pulling, make a strength
Oh.
check, and the others give you advantage.
Clearly, it should be Kelariis.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. With that, I'll say you safely bring the boats together. Like it's Morgan is still having to sort of like wrestle with the wheel to keep the two boats like stable. But yeah, now you can get people across a lot easier.
I guess I will cross to the other side.
Okay.
We should probably call out into the hole.
We should probably check for glyphs.
Yeah.
That's
Vondal,
Check
do you have?
again.
Yeah. Vondal, do you have any way to dispel
Well, hang on.
glyphs if we find any?
I do have to spell magic prepped.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, but where can we find the glyphs?
This is true.
See? Anything?
I could come over.
You could float above the deck if that. Or
That's true.
fly.
Yeah,
excuse me,
I'll
if that
fly
makes it better.
over and I'll have a look around. I
How
suppose.
high are you flying?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
God, I don't. I have like a mental image, but I'm bad at feet.
How many
Meters?
Kelariis is high?
One or two Kelariises. One or two Kelariises.
Like
Because
two.
I'm like 6 feet. Okay.
10 feet,
Like
there you
two.
go.
Two Kelariises.
Okay, so you're floating like just over 10 feet above the deck.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cool. Make me an investigation check.
Kelariis as a measurement.
Well, I just figured
That's
like.
the title of my final level thesis.
God damn it.
Kelariises and measurement.
Nice.
Hey, nice roll.
Well, I figured like Helena's visual, so having like a height of a character to compare it to might.
Yeah.
It was just really funny.
As you look around, there are basically here and here are another two glyphs.
Okay.
Oh, and on the opposite side as well. There are well, so there's 3 glyphs in total. You notice that actually Grim is dangerously close to what you presume to be the 5 feet trigger range of this one here.
Grim, don't move.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I point to where all of them are.
Yep.
Okay. So I guess we can just go around that glyph.
You know what the best part is? That means you like literally jump on top of the glyph.
Oh my god.
He jumped
Shit.
basically smack bang on top of a glyph, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
no.
unfortunate.
Hang on. So I think I can dispel that glyph from here actually. I'm gonna dispel that glyph that's right in front of Grim.
Okay. Done.
Sort of come out. We don't need to, so don't go to the back of the ship.
Right.
Well,
Should we
we're gonna
go
have to check
below?
the hold or like downstairs. Who's with me?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Or like I will lead the ship around there. Or well, I guess Grim
like-
can. Doesn't really matter.
I was more thinking like in case there are lights missing, you can't see in the dark.
I mean, I can go.
My sword can glow. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and this is a small ship. That sort of probably would light up the whole interior of that ship.
Remember it's about the same height as you, so it has at least 2 decks under it.
Fair.
Well, like it's just you look slightly more battered than I do.
Not if I lay on hands myself.
I mean,
Which I probably
bearing
should
in mind
do
you're not in
anyways.
combat, you could just take a short rest.
Oh.
Honestly, that's
Like, sit here for an hour while we try to keep these two ships, like,
That's-
close to each other?
That's
I mean,
not
it's
a
it's your
terrible
it's your choice.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
it's a
don't think we
terrible
have-
idea.
I don't think we have an hour.
No, I'll just slap a hand on myself and heal myself a little bit.
Slap a hand on myself.
Slap it on there.
Arya, do you need? You look a bit.
Oh.
Worse for wear.
I'm a little rough.
I'll give you
Also-
some as well. I'll give you
Just that.
15.
It's
Okay,
I'm
nobody
like
has-
past. I'm past. Halfway. So
I'll give you 15 though. Like,
thanks.
Also, we should probably also like ask the captain, do we have anywhere to keep this guy?
Wait, what?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you can throw him in the hold.
Yeah, there you go then.
well, I guess downstairs we go.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. So you're going down there with a light to investigate.
Yes.
Okay, so as you enter into the hold, you can see that it's the hold has basically been set up to like the initial area you enter into is a large communal bunk area, and in here you like the scattering away from your torchlight. I don't actually have an interior model for this boat, but I will do it on the surface so you know what you're looking at. I'm just going to delete these dudes.
Should we otherwise move our characters to the other ship for whilst you're doing this?
Well, who's going down?
I think just the 3 of us, unless V is following.
Okay, so
I'm not following.
oops.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys are basically like here, but you're below decks. Essentially, what you see are, let me drag these things in because I didn't know whether you were going to go into the basement.
Fair.
Whoops.
Well, it was equally likely that they just sailed away from you.
All right.
Honestly, I expected us to cut the rope, burn the sails, and make off.
Okay, so you see 2,
Oh.
What the fuck?
3,
Oh.
4, 5,
Sigh.
6. Small, probably like 2 to 3 feet high. Are they? Actually, I don't even know if they're that tall. Let me find out.
Hey guys, if you need me, just call. I still got bees.
I don't think they're gonna attack us.
You still
Oh.
have bees. Well, they're
I don't
cobalt.
need spell slots for bees.
This is true.
This would have been great.
That's what we call it.
I do not have a spell slot for bees, nor could I
Unleash the bees.
Ah, the bees.
Yeah. So these guys are. Where the fuck did it tell me how tall they are? Literally does not tell me how tall they are. They're not very tall. I know that much.
They're kobolds, they're 2 to 3 feet.
They're 2 to 3 feet tall.
Goblin.
Small, little. They look like tiny little dragon people, like Dragonborn, except they've got nowhere near as much scales. They're more flesh than scales, and they've got like dog-like snouts. And they are sort of hiding in the darkness, and all of them have like they've all got like little daggers that they're like clutching onto. And yeah, basically they seem terrified at your approach.
Aww.
Oh no.
Don't be scared, little ones.
Kelariis, you know these guys. Well,
Oh, boy.
not them
Yeah,
individually.
yeah.
You know about kobolds. They are basically like they're almost like vermin essentially to dragons. And they basically revere dragons like the same way that people revere gods. And many chromatic dragonborn sort of use this to make them follow their like chromatic cults. And these guys are generally sort of like they are evilly aligned. They're not good things. They're just they are servants of the chromatic dragons.
Fuck. Well,
They're evil, they're just scared of everything.
Yes. Well, they're scared of you because they were scared of their masters and you just butchered their masters.
Oh man.
Are they considered monstrosities?
No, they are small humanoids.
Oh.
They're like goblins.
Oh,
They're like
this.
goblins if goblins were dragons.
Man, this is a moral quandary right here.
Well, see, the thing is,
Fuck.
you and me, I don't know anything.
Yeah,
about
you have no idea about this. So this is based purely off your initial reaction.
Do you speak common? Just gonna ask them.
You're asking them if they speak common?
Yes. Trying to communicate.
Yes.
Wait, are you
What?
still 6 feet tall, by the way?
No.
No, yeah, that-
That's probably in
Okay.
Yeah,
like
it
60 seconds.
it ended as
Um,
V was searching for traps.
Alright.
What did you guys do on this ship?
They sort of like look at each other and like, we're the crew.
Did your captain have any bounty? Or not a bounty? Yeah, any loot? Anything?
They look at amongst themselves and sort of, they're like, you no take shinies.
Oh my god.
Do not take candle.
Not that kind of kobold.
Yeah, one kobold.
Wow. What was the goal of this ship? What was your task? Did you know anything?
One of them opens his mouth to answer and the other one punches him.
Okay.
Tell us what it is that you were supposed to be doing.
No response.
Oh man. I don't want to do. Oh god, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be this person.
Clarus don't.
I don't want to be this person.
Embrace your inner murder hobo.
I don't want to. No, I don't want to. The
I
thing
do
is,
that
is
in
like
Divinity, it's fun.
the thing is though, like Kelariis knows that they're kind of usually not great.
Evil. The word is evil.
I know, but she likes to. Oh, man.
If it makes any easier on your conscience, you know them to basically, like, because they are puny individually, they tend to band together, pick on weaker creatures, and because of their nature as easy prey, they're cruel trappers and tricksters.
Okay, that actually does make me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, they're not nice. They're not like the victim here. Well,
That being said, I also don't really want to just straight up murder. That's really what it's going to be, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I
Um,
mean, these things are not gonna stand a chance.
Yeah, to like listen, like these guys are scared of you, but they haven't got their eyes on you except for when you guys are asking questions. They are all on Kelariis.
I mean, of course they are. They're gonna try to jump her.
oh, they're terrified of her.
Well, do you guys have a brig? Or a cell?
They're just not answering your questions anymore.
Wow. Is there anything like? Is there like a room behind them?
There is one room behind them, yes, and a set of stairs in the middle of the room.
Guess I'm gonna approach.
They all back away from you.
Including me.
Me too.
V instinctively moves towards the back of the ship.
I don't know why, but I feel like I should be here.
Yeah, I step with Grim as well. Actually, I'll
Okay.
probably be like.
Then they move even further back. Oh wait, they can't actually go that far back because there's a room back there. But
I asked the Kelariis, do you know what these are?
Yeah, They're kobolds, and they're nasty little creatures. I hate to say it that way. Oh god, I hate saying it that way. I'm so mad.
I guess should we ask the others what to do with him? 'Cause honestly, I feel like this should be the captain's decision.
Honestly, I don't think it's worth taking them with us, and chances are that they've done horrible things to other people.
So-
Yeah, that statement is in your mind probably almost certainly true, but you're also aware that these guys aren't the. You're calling a Tritharian is to root out like evildoers, but these guys aren't really the issue. These are like the brainwashed servants of the Chromats. Like the Chromats are
Yeah.
the real threat.
Oh yeah,
These guys are just assholes.
yeah. They're nasty. They're little shits,
Yeah.
basically. I say that in
Yeah.
the sense of like they're kind of
Yeah.
really kind of irritating.
Yes.
I like how you keep on making Kelariis say it nicer, although I imagine Kelariis saying worse.
Oh no, that's me saying it at this point because I feel bad. I feel very bad saying that.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, but what do you say?
Oh, I don't know. On one hand, I say just fucking kill him and then be done with it. On the other hand, I'm like, do we really want to do that again?
What do you mean again? I'm not here, but what do you mean again?
I mean, we've definitely been in situations where the easiest option is to just kill him and move on.
See, the problem
Well-
here is I don't see the other option. The other options all lead to their death.
I mean, every
Yeah.
option basically leads to their death at this point.
The question is, how merciful are we, and what do we consider murder?
What do we consider murder? I think killing someone probably is considered murder.
But leaving him on this ship is basically murder then.
But that's almost worse because they're gonna slowly starve
Yeah.
to death unless they can find a way to
Or
swim
drown.
away. Yeah.
I mean, they seem to have supplies, and if they're the crew, then there's a chance that they can maybe pilot the boat. Like, you don't know.
But I
Yeah,
don't.
but
I would feel bad if we let them go and then they went on and did something to people.
Yeah.
You know?
Or
They are
like
still-
keep information back that
I will point out at this point, with the state that their ship is currently in, probably the best thing they're going to do with the ship is crash it, because right now it's basically like the wheel is basically like half destroyed.
Oh right.
Oh wait, is
That's
that
good.
little thing, the dinghy on the back, actually there?
Yes, there is a boat on the back of the thing. I forgot to mention that. It's not very big. It's like a skiff.
Oh, jeez, that would
Could we-
not survive
we-
well out here.
But we put all of them in there with food.
They would die! It's the ocean!
Yeah,
They're
they would
gonna
die.
fucking die.
I mean,
That's-
they're only maybe a day or so from the coast, because you've only been out here 3 days and you're going down the coast.
If we give them like a couple of days of ration. Their own ration, even.
You know what? Let them figure it out for themselves.
I kind of want to
Honestly.
see what the captain was hoarding, because those.
God, I want to.
You know what? I'll just start walking. See what happens once I get.
Okay,
closer.
well, they can't back up anymore, so they, like, ready their, like, slings.
Let me through, or it's gonna end poorly for you.
Intimidate.
Oh.
Grim's favorite.
Morons.
With a.
Oh my
Ooh.
god, never mind.
Oh, it's like already tired of dealing with your masters.
Okay, they chatter amongst themselves in Draconic for a little bit.
Oh, what do they say?
One of them advocates giving the shinies to the scary dragon lady.
Oh no, I don't want your shinies, I just want information!
The other says, no, we shouldn't give up Captain Shinies. Captain do it hard for the Shinies. Captain is dead. Good point. Give them half the Shinies.
Excuse me, half the shinies? Bitch, please.
You didn't hear that.
Yeah.
I know, but...
Yeah, they like half of them disappear into the room and, like, begin grabbing things.
Who's the one that said to give them half the shinies and that seemed to, like, make that decision?
Just one of the ones that's still outside.
Okay, I look at that one and say, we'll take half of them if you tell us what you were sent to do. You and the rest of the ones that are dead.
Okay, make me an intimidate check with advantage.
Okay. Funnily enough, I don't actually have proficiency in that.
Okay.
Actually, that's not that surprising. But
they say, we here to take cargo. Don't know anything more.
your captain seemed to know that there was a metallic dragonborn on the ship. Why is that? I don't know if they know, but it's worth asking.
Yeah, they don't know.
Ah, shit.
Why are you
Alright, fair
questioning
enough.
these guys? We have the captain.
Yeah,
Well,
but...
These guys might
here.
be easier targets.
Yeah, I'm here and I may as well fucking ask, like...
Alright.
Yeah, the kobolds inside the room come back, and they carefully look at Kelariis, approach Grim, and one of them just like shoves like a bunch of like necklaces and coins into Grim's hands.
I'll take it for now.
Okay,
Grim's not gonna
and they're just like, "You go now, you go now."
Is there any reason you don't want us in that room?
Shinies are in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
Captain Shinies.
Your captain is dead.
well, I guess.
Our Shinies now.
I mean, logic, fair.
Can't dispute that.
Yeah, can't really. I mean,
Well, you
technically, we can because
Quite
it's kind of ours.
Because where the fuck did they get them from in the first place?
Yeah.
It's easy
mean-
to dispute the shinies.
I'm not particularly concerned about the shinies that they're concerned about, so to me, but somebody else wants to argue about it, or argue them for it, like, be my guest.
Oh, you
Correct.
know what? I'll let you decide what to do with them. I'm gonna ask the captain what he wants to do with the ship.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
And inform him.
You turn up and you're just like, Captain, what should we do with the ship? And he's just like, dunno. If you're not bothered about the rest of the crew, you can cut her adrift and they can try and salvage what they can and set sail again. They wouldn't be able to follow us for days.
Yeah. Well, even if they were to follow us, they, like, even you could take on their entire crew single-handedly at this point.
Did you just say
He-
even you?
He looks at you, just sort of like raises an eyebrow.
Look,
I'll
I
admit
did- I did-
you've proven yourself in combat, but watch your tongue.
Damn it, Grim.
you know what I meant.
Yeah, I think
Just-
Vondal's just gonna speak up and says he does that a lot.
You know, next time I'll say any of us could probably take him on single-handed now. Although, I don't think a lot of the regular crew could. So, take it as a compliment.
Wow, Jesus, Grim.
Vondal's
This is
face
another one of
palms.
those backhanded grim compliments.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vondal's face palming pretty hard.
I was
Morgan
gonna say he's got
muses to himself for a few moments, and it doesn't take much deduction to realize that he's deciding whether or not he should just leave you.
No!
Yeah.
Oh,
Come on, you two, get over it.
oh
Oh,
well.
are you
Actually,
okay?
you
Because
three.
you fell in the water real hard.
Yeah, I'm just not
Yeah.
gonna try jumping to another ship anytime soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, Grim, you can add 30 gold's worth of shinies to your sheet.
I'll
Just
just add it.
put it as gold, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, then I'll add it to gold instead of add it to the bag.
But yeah, I think Vondal will probably like put an arm on V or put a hand on V's arm and just be like, "Thanks for the save."
So are you cutting the boat loose, or?
I presume so.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Now the question is, did Kelariis leave any of them alive?
I did not. I thought about it, but I didn't.
So
Because
another- Okay.
they're not like the ones that are heading the bad shit.
Yeah.
You know, like they're just kind of doing what they're told for the most part and surviving, which isn't great sometimes the way they do it, but they're also not.
They're more
Can't-
vermin than criminals.
I feel like that'd be straight up, like literally just straight up murder if I killed these killed these kobolds, and I don't want to do that because that's not what Kelariis is about. So,
Okay.
they can fend for themselves and figure out. Whatever happens to them happens.
Okay. In that case, you set back off on the boat.
Vondal, that was really close because I was really, really low on magic power at the end. Still am.
Yeah, it's very appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, V, are you okay? You took a couple of hard hits.
Yeah, those crossbow bolts really kind of hit where it hurts a lot.
Yeah.
I've patched up as best I can.
I mean, Arya is still bleeding profusely from a wound from some unknown weapon in her shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably all take a short
point. Is
rest.
that like that's a very good point? But not like, what the hell is that one?
Amazing.
Can you imagine someone with an arrow in their shoulder just going?
Can I look at the wound to see if it's like a projectile or if it was magic or?
It definitely looks like a projectile wound.
Yeah. Well. Shall we take a short rest and patch up our wounds?
Yes.
Yeah.
A short
sure.
rest session of presumably Vondal and V patching everybody up.
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking
And
roll
Zuda.
hit dice.
Don't forget Zuda.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. I'm also gonna hit dice.
Nice.
Oh my god. V! Why?
Oh no.
Why?
Oh no. At least it wasn't 0, which it could have been.
I'm gonna roll some more hit
Whoops.
dice. Hold on.
I'll roll a few things.
Oh, how far this?
Oh nice.
V!
Oh my god! What is
Oh,
happening?
there's the 0. God damn it! I'm sorry, I jinxed you.
Why are your hit dice rolls so shit?
Because I have
Yeah.
Because
minus
it's a
1 on
D6 minus
six.
1.
Okay, I'm just rolling all my hit dice. There we go. I'm out of hit dice.
you only regained half of a long rest. So.
Seven,
Oh, my fault.
Ew.
Yeah, I'm like one off from full, so that's fine.
so
That
I'm
one.
literally 1 off max. There you go. I rolled all my hit
Oh
dice.
no! I probably go to talk to Tallithsyr because I feel a little bad for telling her to just like hide because. But I was worried and I didn't know what we were up against.
Yeah.
So I go to check on her and kind of say sorry.
Yeah, you gotta have a you go into the room and she's still sort of like in the room, like sort of like holding onto her sword, but she honestly looks like more scared than like any time you've like ever seen her sort of like in combat before. Like even against the giants, she was more scared of this.
Are you alright?
Yeah. I'm fine.
Sure. It's okay if you're. It's okay to be scared. It's not anything wrong, or if something happened.
I'm okay. I'm okay. It's just bad memories. That's all.
Is she talking about what I think she's talking about, or is there some?
Possibly. I'm gonna whisper you.
Okay. Like, I feel like this is something that I would know, like Kelariis would know, but I want to make sure I'm thinking of the right thing.
From the pre or post Kelariis.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's partly why you ended up doing what you did in the first place.
Right, yeah, it was a whole fucking mess.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's... We still have one on the ship. I think we might want to talk to him, but I will make sure that he does not. It'll be okay.
Yeah, you can have him actually. Let me. Wait, I don't even need to do that. I keep forgetting I can drag this from Art Gallery.
Did you collect their scales again, or?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I didn't. There was a bit more. Now there's 2 of him.
Yeah, hold on.
He's duplicated.
Oh my god.
It's because my upload speed is faster than I can hit the cancel button.
He's got a
Wow.
mirror image.
Fair.
There you go.
I give Tallithsyr a hug.
Okay.
I'm glad I didn't let her come outside now.
She is hugged.
Oh.
Yeah, let's get him below decks. Locked up somewhere.
Yeah. You managed to you end up sticking him in one of the barrel storage racks. The dudes take the shelves out and just leave him in the space. So, yeah, he is still unconscious, unless you want to try and wake him.
Yes. Wait. What element? What element was he?
He is red, but you don't know what that means. Unless you want to make a intelligence check.
Didn't he use frost?
He didn't. No.
No, he didn't.
No.
He didn't do any breath.
Oh.
No, the priest did the frost breath.
Yes.
I guess I would just ask Kelariis what breath or what element.
You know what breath weapon a red chromat has.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would assume I know. It's fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
You might not want
Yeah, so in that point, Morgan looks concerned, comes down the stairs and says, did you say fire?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not wake him up.
We probably actually don't want to keep him by the hold then.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
to. Problem is,
Better
he's gonna be too dangerous to keep with us.
I mean, honestly, we just need him to answer questions, and then there's no need to keep him alive. Like,
Wow.
I hate to say it like that, but it's true.
How about-
Morgan shrugs and says, "Bastard tried to kill me."
Oh, well, still a prisoner though. Could just muff one.
That's not really going to stop much.
No, I don't think a bit of cloth will stop a fire.
I was more thinking like tying a rope around his face, shut his jaw.
Then how will he answer questions?
How will he answer the question then? That's the problem.
That's
There's no way to
during
stop
the.
breathing fire that also allows him to answer questions.
This was more during his so we could keep him prisoner without actually. I don't know, but we can't feed him.
I mean, do we have a
Wow.
reason to keep him with us?
Other than our morals.
Well, Morgan's just sort of is just well, make your decision and do what you want, but
You know what, Captain? It's your ship, so your rules.
he sort of muses to himself and says, I think I've got an idea. I can take us on a little detour. It'll take us another half a day, but I know where there's a small cluster of islands. You can take him there, ask him your questions, and then after we just leave.
Maroon him.
Oh, that works. That's better than anything I'd like counted on.
Boys, we're still gonna get in this murder hobo yet.
What?
I guess it's not technically murder hobo.
No, it's
That's
not
not-
murder hobo because he tried to murder us first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think-
doesn't mean we have to counter murder.
I
Just see
It's
like
not
this.
self-defense anymore.
This is
No.
basically exile.
but
So
it's
it's fine.
like,
Exile
But
It's
on an island where
exile
you
on a
can't
desert
eat.
island with no food, possibly no way to get food, no way to get back.
look,
Well, there's
I
fish
think
in the sea.
I think that's a great idea.
So it's a worse death than killing him here now.
No, we're not going. We'll take care of it. Yes, we'll take care of it on the island.
Okay.
I think we should decide what we do with it on the island itself when he talks.
Just-
Yeah, Morgan says, whatever you want as long as he's off my ship.
Okay. Well, we'll take you up on that offer, I think.
Okay.
And speaking of, we got some loot from their ship, so it's only fair if you share in the hazard pay. So I'll hand them 10 gold, like worth of jewelry ish.
Okay, yeah, he takes it and sort of looks it over and says, well, I guess the worst things have happened at sea?
Well, like
It's not my first rodeo with pirates, but certainly my first one with chromats.
they're nasty buggers.
Could say that again.
I guess if that's it for today, should probably.
I think you've deserved some rest.
I should probably mention it seemed like they knew what was actually in the being transported as cargo, and they seem to expect that I, at the very least, was here, if not also the Sierra.
He looks at you quizzically and sort of looks straight to Beard and says, interesting that they'd know what's in the hold. I find it hard to believe that they'd know you were here. I didn't even know you were going to be here until 2 days ago. Unlikely word travelled south that fast.
I guess that's what our captain in the hold is for. Clear up these details.
Another question.
Just something to know.
Oh, thank you for bringing that to my attention. Right, now, off with you.
Well, alright.
Okay. Okay, so the rest of the day passes without incident.
Hooray.
Thank God, because I have nothing.
Okay,
I'm an empty barrel.
No more spell slots.
so yeah, long rest, get half your hit dice back. Get all your spells and shit, all your health. And yeah, as Morgan said, you wake up the next day, go down, check on the prisoner. The prisoner is deliberately being kept unconscious by the ship's surgeon. And yeah. So yeah, it takes you about half a day before Morgan brings you up to this desert island. I guess we'll put this on. And yeah, I don't have a desert island for you, but you disembark onto a desert island with your captive.
Alright, I guess we'll wake him up.
Okay. You wake him up. He sort of starts awake, like looks at you sort of like bleary-eyed, is still like tied hand and foot, but like sort of like frowns at all of you.
Who's gonna take this?
Well, I'm looking at Kelariis.
Sorry, I had to cough.
It's okay.
Ah,
I had to mute myself.
that's awkward.
Yep, this is great timing.
So
Yep,
everybody looks to Kelariis.
awesome. We have questions that you'd do best to answer.
He scowls at you.
That's about what I'd expect. First off, how... Wait, let me think how to phrase that. How did you know about our ship? When you were talking to your crew, it seemed like you knew something.
Continues to frown at you.
Look. Should have asked one over for Zone of Truth. Yeah, fair.
I mean, you could have done that.
You could st-
Yeah.
You need Zone of
It
Truth.
would prevent Kelariis from doing her shit again.
Yeah.
Oh,
first of
that's
all,
also
you have
true.
your own thing that's probably better than Zone of Truth, and second of all, Zone of Truth I don't think will stop him from just sitting there not talking.
No, you're right. But I don't know if my thing
As long
actually...
as he doesn't you know, he
forces
can't
an answer
lie,
either.
but he can also just not talk.
Yeah.
Zone of Truth doesn't help. These
With yours, Kelariis, I believe they have to respond.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Because I might have to pull that out if he doesn't fucking talk.
No.
It's fine.
No.
Gonna die.
But yeah, he continues to not answer your question.
Look, this will be easier if you just answer us. Answer...
Kill me or release me, parasite, but do not waste my time with
Wow.
talk.
Parasite.
That's fucking... That's harsh. I'm offended. I'm upset. Answer my questions, and then you can make demands.
Kill me or release me.
Well, guess we're pulling out the fucking thing unless somebody else has another idea.
Damn it.
Not yet.
It's that or we start torturing him, and I really don't want to go down that
No.
route.
No.
we're not going down that route.
That's not the route that...
We will yeet you into the sea.
Please don't!
Yeah, well, don't touch him.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna torture him. I'm gonna have a fucking chat with him, because I want to know how he seemed to be aware that there were two or at least a metallic dragonborn on the ship. That is more concerning to me than him knowing about the cargo. Apparently.
Okay, so you're pulling the baton.
Yep. See you
Okay.
guys. Some weird shit.
La vista.
Touches to his chest,
Yeah.
and yeah, we go. Okay. The two of you appear in the crossroads.
Okay. Alright. I tried to do this another way, but answer me. How did you know that there was going to be metallic dragonborn on that ship, on our ship.
Okay, passes his intelligence check. He looks at you and says, of course there would be guards. Military shipment of this size, you were bound to be hiding somewhere.
What do you know about the cargo of the ship?
He looks at you and says, yeah, no, he would know that. Okay, so he looks you in the face and says 500-pound weight black powder. He reads it off to you like a shipping manifest. Like he says, 500-pound weight black powder from Port Carthel to from Casport to Port Carthel. Headed for the stores of one High Admiral.
I'm trying to think how to word my final question. And why was this important to you?
He really doesn't want to answer this question. Okay, he looks you in the eye and says, not necessarily important to me, but important to the cause. We've been at this war long enough, it's time we had the upper hand. And with that, you are transported back to the desert island.
Okay.
Ship.
Well, ignorance is bliss.
Okay.
Oh.
After glowing very briefly for about a minute, Kelariis and the dude return. Well, they don't return. They come back to their senses.
Stop glowing aggressively.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well.
Kelariis.
The red chromat is like still bound hand and foot, just snarls at Kelariis.
I'm just looking at Kelariis as if to be like, well.
We're the only ones on this island right now, right? Like nobody from the ship came with us.
Yeah, it's just you guys.
Okay. It's a military shipment that they're carrying. It's black powder for High Admiral in. Sorry, I didn't catch the name of the port. But
it's Port Carthel, which is the port you're going for.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for the unsurprising.
Yeah.
And
I will point out, actually, by the way, I don't think any of you know what black powder is, with perhaps maybe the exception of Grim.
Well, I guess I might know it more as like a concept.
Oh wait,
or an
yeah, you know the theory behind it, I guess. You weren't actually aware that it was like actually a refinable thing, or even how to make it or anything like that.
So what does that mean?
Good question.
Well, he and his crew wanted it for their cause. Which,
But what's
honestly,
black powder?
Oh,
Another good that was the question we wanted answering.
sorry, I
Well,
misunderstood.
I don't know black powder, but I've only like heard about the idea. It's basically like storing explosion.
Sounds dangerous.
That is very true. I don't know how well they have made black powder, if it actually works, or this is just like prototype.
The guy on the boat did have a weapon that did explode.
Shot Arya with it.
Did I even? Well, I guess I would have noticed like the massive, because it would have made a massive sound.
Yeah, you heard it.
So how did they know that it was on our ship?
Well,
Kel?
That I don't know, but it's not unlikely that. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna turn to him and say, "Will you tell us how you knew?" Imagine he, but
I think at this point, like, yeah, he just looks at you and says, "We have spies everywhere."
I figured it was as much. With the conflict that's been going on for as long as it has, there's information to be found everywhere. People to find it, so.
Is this a dragonborn thing, or is this just a general, like a general weapon, or Not I'm like asking like the like Kelariis and the guy, like just I'm just out loud asking it, if anyone responds. Character.
Now, in character, I don't think either any of you know.
Shrugs.
Well, I was hoping maybe like our prisoner is feeling generous.
No, he doesn't respond to you.
Word explosion. It's quite something.
I think he responds to that like he stays fixated on Kelariis as he says this, and he just said it would finally be something to get over those metallics and their tricks.
So, from that answer, I'm assuming it's not actually from the dragon.
Right, especially as it's being shipped from the north to the south. It probably isn't naturally occurring.
Interesting. Oh, I kind of wish we were at the other port now, but I guess this is something we can investigate or look into if we have more time someday.
What, the black powder and stuff?
Like it's a fascinating concept, but
Oh, grim.
look, I'm not gonna make us chase any leads now. We have things to do.
I mean, we'll land in port and we can try to find out more there. But I don't know how much they'll say to
Like it's probably gonna be hush hush. But who knows? Okay.
Well, are we done then?
Unless you have something to ask him.
Not particularly.
Alright.
Now I'm gonna head back to however we landed on this.
Yeah.
island.
There's a small rowing boat.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go stand next to the rowing boat, just presumably a little way away.
I wait for everybody else to walk away. Duh. Do my thing. I guess. Like in the sense of just killing him. Like I'm not gonna leave him.
I mean,
alive.
I could also do it with light, sort of take his
Oh.
life.
Yeah, but I feel like making V do a 10 just feels different.
Yeah,
I mean,
this should definitely be on your conscience.
V might disagree with that
I do disagree.
after
with
what
that.
she was told.
Yeah, but how much do we know about that?
Yeah.
No,
like,
but I'm saying for Helena's benefit.
Yeah,
Ah, yes.
life
Yeah,
and
I
death is part of the cycle. I watch over that cycle.
Yeah, I mean, Kelariis isn't going to ask me because she doesn't know that. She feels that way now.
Well,
Or in
okay, so
general, but-
everybody who leaves, leaves. Everybody who stays is...
I'm staying.
V?
I just want to. I can do it if you want to.
Are you sure?
Yes. I think some things that Neanav told me are true, and life and death are both part of the cycle, and if I watch over that cycle, then I'm parts of both.
Alright then. And she had her sword out, so she put I put it
Okay.
away. Sheath my sword.
Shh.
I think V's just sort of very gently gonna lay her hand on his forehead, I guess.
Okay, so the two of you are staying here, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I need to have a private conversation.
Oh shit.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Oh.
Oh yeah, okay. So V pretty very gently lays her hand on his forehead and just sort of says, I hope that the next part of your cycle is, or how do I say this? I hope that that your experience of the next part of the cycle is more peaceful than this one. And I'm gonna cast Blight.
Okay, as you say the words, he draws himself up to his full height and says, "Glory to Tiamat," and then dies.
Okay.
And that's it.
He's free to worship. He's free to worship whatever the fuck he wants. Well,
Don't take this the wrong way, V, but I wouldn't have expected that to offer that.
well, I've been thinking a lot about this stuff, and I think it's right somehow that me and the Shadow of Death are somehow connected, somehow the same. I don't look like her very much.
No, you don't look much like her at all. But if that's what you feel and what you believe, then I will respect that. I do respect that.
It also made me think a little bit of Lisato's. She also had the same sort of air about her, that she respected death. I think that's an admirable attitude.
Yeah. Death is... Sometimes it comes earlier for others than it should. But sometimes it's necessary.
I would prefer this than to die at the hands of a blade.
as you have this conversation, you hear a rustle in the trees behind you. And as you turn around, there is a large black bird sitting in the tree that just goes, ah!
Are there usually ravens around here?
Sorry, what?
Are there usually ravens around here?
You
I
have
don't-
no idea.
Well, I don't know.
Can I call
I-
the bird over?
Okay. Make me a animal handling.
Motherfucker. Animal handling.
Nice!
Oh my god.
It, like, you just hold out your hand and just go, and it just comes and lands on your hand.
Aw, yeah. I still haven't lost my Disney princess, even though I just murdered a man.
Necessary.
It looks at you with massive black beady eyes.
I don't really know what to do with this bird, but... Can I just sort of like be like, well, you seem like you're far away from home.
Just sort of hops about on your hand.
I do remember. Well, I guess I would say that to Kelariis. The Shadow of Death had a black feathery cloak, didn't she?
Yeah.
Well, I
Well.
hope if she sees this, then I hope it was the right thing to do. And I sort of let the raven fly away.
Yeah, you sort of you lift up your arm and like the raven starts to take flight, and you half swear that the raven winks at you.
Oh my god.
God. Well, V, for what it's worth, I think you also did the right thing. And Tritherian would agree as well.
Well, it's always good to be on the side of a god, I guess. Or, you know, well, a nice god. No, not like Tiamat, probably.
No. Not like her at
Well,
all.
do we even know who the fuck Tiamat is?
I don't think so. No, you
Okay.
definitely would never have heard of Tiamat.
Okay, well, I didn't say that then.
Okay.
Of a good god, not like there is dumb or whatever.
Did you say Thera's dumb?
Yes.
Oh my god. Kelariis definitely laughs and says, yes, definitely not like him.
Let's get back to the boat. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Point off that story. I imagine Arya is pretty silly. Oh, they're back.
Yep.
Boo.
Welcome back.
Boo. We're back, nerds.
We were just discussing the weaponization of spoons.
Yes.
God.
I'm not joking.
Luka thinks we should serrate the edge of the spoon in a
I mean,
bar
that
fight.
would give it more cutting powder to cutting power.
Cutting
excuse me.
powder.
Serrating the edge in a bar fight. There's no way you could do that.
Is it
But
a
more-
noon or a spife?
I don't know.
It's high noon.
It's high.
Say noon.
Yeah, that-
Anyway.
Spoon.
High spoon.
So you get back to the boat, and you hit the high seas again.
Queen of the High Seas. No,
And
wait,
that-
you- Fuck.
Is where we're going to end our session.
Hey.
Oh. Wow.
I can't believe we only got through 3 days.
Ah,
How can
Rob,
you not
I
do
mean,
that?
are you really session? I told you.
We did
I was
tell
like,
you.
there's no way we're doing all this shit in one session.
4 sessions
So-
on the boat, man. 4 sessions on the boat.
4 sessions on the phone.
I know. I'm gonna keep a fucking count of this. Hold on.
So,
Oh man.
Viewers, place your bets now. How many sessions will it take us to get through the boat?
while I tot some experience, who would like to tell me what it is that they have learned in this session of Dungeons and Dragons?
Well, I discovered that I can murder a man and still be a Disney princess.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So when I just killed that guy, Mercy killed him. It was you know, nothing brutal. But then there was this raven that looked at me, and I was like, "Come here, little birdie." Natural 20.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's like no one.
I can't believe you're a deaf princess.
And the bird winked at me, I'm pretty fucking sure. So
Oh man.
pretty sure that the shadow of death is like nice. Good murder.
I feel like it's kind of fucked up that you have a connection. Well, I guess Gaia, death is definitely a part of the cycle.
Yeah, man. We're just here, you know, looking over the cycle.
It's the circle.
So, essentially what I'm gathering from this is the Raven Queen set you down and had the literal under the stars circle of life talk that
I mean, she
that
hasn't
Mufasa had
she
with
hasn't done
Simba.
to sit down with me for like anything. I'm just having to
You
figure
saw
shit
a-
out by myself while she winks
saw a
at me
sh-
via bird.
What happened is you saw a shadowy figure in the clouds that just went.
Remember who you are. I don't know! That's the whole problem!
Fucking-
I think
Yeah.
these do
Also,
pretty
where the
well,
fuck
but-
are you, Dad?
Oh my god. Dad? This is where you've been for the last 3 years.
Oh my god!
I can't believe my dad is a cloud.
Wow. I feel like we would actually say that. So yeah, that happened. Yeah, the combat was really long.
It was,
Oh,
holy
fucking
fuck.
shit. But it was kind of cool because I was actually just like, oh shit, I'm running out of stuff to do.
Yes.
And
So much for those making those fights harder.
No, it was really good, and yeah, I mean, the fact that there were 2 spellcasters, and I was just sort of like, wait, we totally didn't keep track of if I still had my reaction to counterspell people, because I've.
No,
I thought
I
I'd made a
did. I
mistake.
did.
Okay, good. But like trying to keep track with 2 spellcasters that I'm trying to counterspell, was sort of like I knew I had to let some go, and I was like, I just don't have the spell slots for this shit.
Yep, that was the idea. 2 low-level spellcasters to burn you out of slots.
But I think I managed it pretty well.
Yeah. Well, you won.
Yeah. Yeah.
You even had like 1 or 2 spell slots to spare.
Yeah, like holy shit, I was so out of stuff at the end. It was good. I liked it.
I'm always afraid that we will do this like big battle thing, and then fucking Rob will just throw us into something, and we won't have anything.
Yeah.
And one day bug spray will actually fucking work.
One day.
It's about to be a sacred
I'm just
flame.
like, I'll bug spray this guy for like 1,000,000 damage because when it hits,
It does a
That
lot of
is a lot.
damage, yeah.
but a lot of time people are just
Well-
like, cool, just hold my breath.
Unfortunately, you did it on the one Dragonborn who had a really high con mod, so...
Damn. Didn't want to do it on the green ones because I was like, y'all are gonna be resistant to this shit.
Yep.
I suppose I could have used Frostbite on them, but Frostbite doesn't do as much damage, and I like big numbers.
Who doesn't like big numbers?
So yeah, I think that was pretty much it.
Yeah. It was definitely an interesting session. Also, you finally proved yourself useful to Morgren.
Yeah, didn't get to like sass him about it, but it didn't feel like the time.
No.
So
Cool.
I'll just be happy in the fact that I know that he's like, damn, did not see that coming.
Also, I think if you tried to sass him after Grim had said what he said, I don't think it would have
Wait,
gone
what?
very well at all.
You're talking so quietly.
You are
Keep quiet.
talking really quietly, Cav.
I don't think he would have appreciated it after Grim said what he said.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But
I
yeah,
think he would
I
have tried
have
to toss
to-
me on a board. But tried it when I have a broom binge. Okay, yeah, whatever.
I have to.
Wow.
I have to talk a bit quieter because everyone's going to bed.
Okay.
Okay, well then you should probably do your recap now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, have 1,475 experience.
Cool.
Oh my.
Oh
Um,
my.
Yeah.
Bring out the calculator.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, honestly.
So,
Am I the only one that...
okay, so as a player, I've been very much enjoying having a bit more sort of operational freedom. Like, getting those extra spell slots is kind of like, and getting those extra 5th level spells has kind of given me some more options. Like, it's given me a lot more options for like counter attacking in combat, I find. So I don't have to sit around and be reactive as much. Because I knew that both those guys on the ship were still a threat, and I realized, hey, I can just burn them down myself. The only thing is, I don't think I've kind of learned. I probably should have been healing a bit more that fight, regardless. But I think overall, yeah, I've done a pretty decent. I've been enjoying having that bit. There's a few extra options in combat situations. As Vondal, yet another lesson in Jesus Christ, calm down. Don't be reckless; it doesn't work well. And then a kind of unexpected moral quandary, which he very quickly realised again is, I don't know, stuff he'd rather not get into if he doesn't have to, but he knows now, so oh well. I don't know, he's really struggling with this at the moment, because he's just like, on the one hand, I really want to keep my nose clean in a land I'm not used to, but he's also, you know, he needs to sort of, he does want to still do what's right and what's good, he's just also really worried that they'll get into unnecessary trouble with the law if things go wrong. Like, he doesn't want to get them in unnecessary trouble.
Yeah. I don't think you would have had quite as much of a moral quandary if you'd heard what the others heard, but we'll come to that later.
Yeah, possibly.
Also, you made really good use of the fucking dwarven thrower.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yep.
move.
Get that,
That's a
sound
good item.
effect
That 30 roll.
You did a lot of damage.
I'm loving having plus 10.
Yes.
I don't understand why you like it so much, Kelariis.
It's real
I
good.
can do it 20 feet away.
And then there was poor Arya, who just couldn't hit shit for like 3
Oh,
rounds.
Cries 100 years.
I feel so bad
Well,
for you.
See, the thing to remember is, like, Lyra's damage also kind of counts towards Arya, and Lyra was on fire.
Yeah, Lyra did do pretty good, to be fair.
For the most part, yeah.
Just doesn't always feel the same.
Well, Lyra was a huge thorn in the side for those guys, because none of them could make
She
their
kept
fucking
dragging
strength
them to the
saves,
floor.
so everyone was just getting advantage against them.
It was so great. Yeah, I gotta say that's one of my favorite things about Lyra is her her ability to drag them to the ground.
Yeah.
It's just a shame it doesn't
I mean,
help
most of
you.
the time it doesn't work, but
Yeah,
on this occasion,
It's such a low
useful.
DC, but it's because it's on every attack, it's just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a shame it doesn't help you directly.
No.
Yeah.
It makes
Actually, it
hard-
hinders
makes it
you.
harder for you.
We need sword master Arya back.
Yeah, for real.
Well,
Unfortunately, I was up in the crow's pit, so.
Yeah.
Couldn't do shit with this sword. Unless I just threw it at them, which would be really ineffectual.
Yeah.
Yeet! This bitch empty!
Yeah. Having you up there, I think, was really handy, because a lot of that fight was sort of like built around having the range advantage with the archer and the bard who could cast from the other boat, and yeah, because you were up in the crow's nest, it was just sort of like line of sight was never an issue for you, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if you'd been on the lower ground firing up at the guy who had the crossbow, you'd have been taking penalties for shooting up because he would have had cover. But instead, you had the cover and he had none. So.
Yep.
Not that helps when you roll a 1, but
No, it doesn't help at all.
yeah. So yeah, Cav, take your experience, and Luka, do you want to go next, seeing as...
I mean, I guess I could go, because I basically
Yeah.
started. Anyway, rolling on with the Lyra comment. Gotta love me some Lyra. I was a little scared she was gonna go down again.
Yeah.
It's fine. I know it doesn't really matter when she goes down, but I feel bad.
Yes.
No. No one should have to die. They
Yes.
brought that. But yeah, Arya shot like shit today, so thanks to the dice for that one. Really appreciate it.
At least you rolled high on your damage rolls. That was something.
That's true. So when I did hit, it counted. It just
Yes. Yeah, you churned through that guy like actually way faster than I expected you to, because he had like 17 AC and a fucking like 100 health.
If I had Dawn's light, it would have gone even faster.
It would have.
Stares off into the sunset. I miss it so much. Every day.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
You'll get a good bow again.
Yeah, we'll get you a new one.
I know. I still miss it though. It's okay. As a player, I've learned that sea battles are fun, except when your companions get tossed into the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is not
Hey,
fun.
I had a good save though. I was like, wait, I still
You
have
did.
spell slot for Thunderstep.
That was a very good idea.
Yes.
That was really
Not
cool.
to like
Right.
take over your recap moment, but I was literally just like, oh, I have one last 4th level spell slot. I could just blow it on a magic missile, but what if I need it? And I just kept it, and I was like, yes.
Like it was
carry on.
clever, smart.
Yeah.
Mort.
Yeah, I was a little concerned at first when Jayla pointed out that he was wearing heavy armor. I was like, oh fuck me. He is wearing heavy armor in the fucking ocean.
Yeah.
But it was all good, we got him out. It's
Yes.
fine.
V swan dived into the sea.
You remember when you first got that magic bow and you were like, not bow, broom, and you were like, sorry, I have magic bows on the mind, clearly.
Freudian slip. It's
We
fine.
always do.
That was not even planned, that was seriously just my brain. Oh my god. But do you remember when you first got that magic broom and you were like bitching about how you never got to use it, and now it's like saved everyone's ass at least once.
Yeah.
Good old
So
broom.
I love Broomy. It's great.
Good
I mean,
broom.
Rob thought I would never use it, or like Rob thought it would be like super niche, and I've been like, I'm gonna use this at every
Yeah.
opportunity.
And you have. Oh dear.
He's dying.
Yeah. As I was saying before I started coughing, I gave it to you with the intention of you using it as a creative item to find ways around puzzles that I gave you, which is exactly what it's been used for. So
There you go.
But
Boom.
I tend to use it in combat as well.
Yeah.
Which I think is the less expected
Yeah.
part.
one of these days I'll knock you off it, but
I mean, I tend to be pretty careful with it, because this fight as well, I was just like, I could spend all of it in the air, but the consequences
chances of failing and
of
falling off would be
failing and me
huge.
falling in the ocean would be huge, so we won't do that. And the only time
Yeah.
I used it was just to get up at some, like, get up to the higher bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's it.
And you saved Lyra.
Oh yeah, that one time.
Yeah.
So thanks for that. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. I had a bit of a moral moment. See, it was hard today because usually I'm pretty decent-ish at playing Arya's motives, but today I don't know what it was, but I was sitting there and I was like, fuck, Arya probably would not give a shit if she killed these things, but I do. But I was like, so I just stayed quiet, because I was like, oh. It was very, I don't know why, it was these like no-name useless creatures that were just evil, but
Yeah.
for whatever reason today it really was getting to me.
Yeah. It's a lot harder to like stomp on rats when they speak English.
Yeah. See, that's another thing. If they
Wow.
would have spoken like, I don't know, anything else, I probably would have been okay with it, but but yeah. I was really hoping they were going to be monstrosities. They weren't. Oh
Yeah.
well. And also, weaponized spoons, another topic.
Yep.
It's great.
What was going through Grimm's head will be the endless debate for at least a couple of sessions.
I mean, who knows? I mean, Captain Spoons is, I'm sure, a joke that will not
Sorry,
go away
Lord
anytime soon.
Spoons.
Lord.
Lord Spoons.
Do not,
Excuse me.
do not
worse.
downgrade. Do not
Yeah.
speak to Lord Spoons in that way.
I mean, the
Yes,
funny thing is
clearly.
he chose spoons and not even like a knife or a
I
fork.
know! Look, we had...
Imagine how much worse it would have gone though if he'd been throwing knives around.
Yeah, that's true.
But he does that on a regular basis, and that's the problem.
No, that's fair.
See, like I mentioned, they're great in a bar fight. Like you don't want to kill people in a bar fight,
You don't.
Yeah.
usually.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, I'm utterly enamored with the idea of that the first thing that came to drunk Arya's mind to get out of a situation was just to go, ta-da!
Ta-da! I mean, I fully expected you to bring back the "hi, I'm drunk, hi" bullshit to slap me in the face with. You didn't, but I think the ta-da is equally as terrible. So
Yes.
Yeah, ta-da is pretty great though.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, there you go. That covers about everything.
Take your experience points.
Yay.
Who is next?
Sure. It was interesting. Like especially there on the end. Honestly, as me personally, I have no problem slaughtering those kobolds, but I feel like Grim might like object slightly more.
Yeah.
But yeah. It was interesting. Like because especially like the fight took so long.
It really did.
I didn't mind to be honest, but a lot happened. Yeah. Well, we figured out what the secret was, Lord of Spoons.
Yes.
So that's something I'm going to have to figure out a logical explanation somehow.
Yep. I can't wait to hear it. It's going to be brilliant.
It is. But don't worry, I will prove that they're definitely the best weapon for a
I
fight.
want you to win a fight with a spoon now, Grim. Not Grim.
Yes.
Mini.
This needs to happen.
Look, Grim needs to win the fight, not me. I don't have to go out in a bar fight.
No, you have
Yeah.
to do it too.
Oh no.
It's an IRL challenge. Win a bar fight with just a spoon as a weapon.
Really no.
Let's go. I'm telling you, I have some solid ideas for spoon weaponization.
Please tell me
Yes,
about
That's
but
a
if you-
sentence.
Also, yeah. Don't seriously, Luka. Stop trying to make a serrated edge. It's not gonna work. Can't
Oh,
do
but
that in
yes.
a bar fight. You don't have time.
Definitely given me something to think about. There was also interesting about the whole black powder, and 'cause I didn't even think about it at first.
Hmm.
So it was a
And now you're slightly more aware of why Morgan was concerned about keeping a red dragonborn in the hold.
yeah, that made way more sense.
Yeah, I
I'm not
follow
just, like,
at the moment as well. I was just like, oh yeah.
see, I'm just like assuming Grim doesn't know its full potential. Like he just assumes like early stages, you know. Like,
Yes.
Secret research, like, and then even the gun. Or I will assume it's like kind of a gun, ish device.
Yeah, it was functionally a flintlock pistol.
I don't think he really fully like understood it was or realized that it was the black powder.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something you would be interested in looking into if he didn't
Yes.
have like other obligations.
Yeah. And now you're definitely thinking about that story that you heard about the dragonborn ship that could spit fire, and you're like, actually, maybe there's more to this than meets the eye.
Yep. But then there's this weird thing where the gunpowder comes from up north.
That's another mystery.
Who's supplying it? Because I care way more about who is making the gunpowder than I do about who is buying.
Because he wants some.
Oh, I want to know.
He's gonna make
It's
a
a-
musketeer mercenary company.
Like it's a big thing in warfare, and I need every edge I can get.
Yeah.
Like
Quagrim Daemaris, inventor of the rocket-propelled spoon.
Oh no.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
This is how it goes.
He's gonna make a spoon launcher.
oh, because honestly, there were so many directions I envisioned for this fight when we started off. I was like, I can get like the alchemist's fire 2v, so she can fly up and throw it into the sails, because that stuff is nasty. But then I ended up like kind of stuck in combat, so that didn't seem like a good option. And then there were like all the options of like just cutting the rope, and just because the ship's wheel was already stuck, they wouldn't be able to chase us very easily. And there were like
Yep.
so many roads we could take.
Yep.
In the end,
That was the beauty of that encounter. I literally gave you a blank canvas, and I was like, even I don't know what's going to happen here.
You just played it really linearly.
I think if there'd been a little, even if there would just have been one more guy that boarded us, we would probably have had to run.
Yeah. Well, you guys actually got quite lucky with knocking that one guy into the water, because functionally what those guys did is they give each other advantage, and if they give each other advantage, they get extra dice on their first attack every round.
Ah.
And
Oh boy.
they were immune to charm and fear effects if they could see each other.
Huh.
And that's kind of cool.
But yeah, they were effectively better when they were fighting together, and the first thing you immediately did was accidentally split them up.
Nice.
I mean, he was standing right next to the railing. I was like, okay, I have to
Yeah.
try and push him off. Like, there's no
But
way I can't.
I knew what their tactics were, but they didn't know where you were, so...
Nor that you could.
Because
like,
yeah,
avoid them.
if Arya hadn't spotted them coming, which was actually quite hard, you guys probably wouldn't have even had time to put armor on, you wouldn't have been prepared, there would have been civilians on the deck.
Good thing for my eagle eyes.
Indeed.
My elf eyes, even.
Your elf eyes.
Fuck
Thanks,
eagle
Arya.
eyes.
Going back to the Assassin's Creed imagery, Arya just turned on Eagle Vision.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
she did.
There was like an orangey outline of the ship on the horizon.
There was a lot of good and interesting things.
Indeed there was.
And I think I'm making friends with the captain.
He does not like you.
Oh,
He agrees that you are useful. He does not like you.
yeah. I should probably also apologize about the spoon in their face. But yeah, that will have to wait till another day. Perhaps at some point we'll have time to actually talk.
Cool. Last but not least.
Well, I wasn't expecting to see Chromatic Dragonborn so soon, to be completely honest, just like out of character. But I was expecting pirates, ? So I guess
Yes.
it kind of just ended up being both.
Yeah. Well, the thought that went through my head was, how can I make pirates more scary? Breath weapons.
Yeah, I mean, fair. I'm kind of upset that the two blue dragonborn didn't actually try to use their breath weapons on me more often, because I could have been like, haha,
Yeah.
get wrecked.
Well,
It
they
doesn't do as much to me.
their knowledge is the same as your knowledge. They know the
Yeah,
elements.
that's fair. That's fair. But then I feel really cool. Like the one time that it happened, I felt really cool. Because
Yes.
I was just like, haha.
Shake off the lightning from his weapon.
Yeah. Plus, it looks like visually in my head, it looks cool because then it's just sparks everywhere. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I like that we've gone 4 days into our sea adventure so far, and
Yeah.
we've had a very long fight today. I think. See, the whole thing with the kobolds actually was a really difficult decision in and out of character.
Mhm.
Because I think part of me, so I as a player don't actually mind kobolds too much. I don't like see them and think, oh, these evil little things, I need to murder them immediately. Because I have had in many other games playing, have actually had positive experiences with them, which is interesting. So there was the bias of me as a player thinking, oh, I don't actually need to kill them. But then there's the whole thing of like, okay, they're actually kind of little shits. But they're also not like the big evil people that I'm concerned with. And it felt to me because they already really scared and they weren't trying to attack us. I was like, this just feels like murder.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
The-
I don't want to do this.
In the nicest possible sense, there is definitely a little bit of racism in Kelariis' attitudes.
Yeah, and like I've realized that. Like the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, this is actually not great. But for her, like I hope that one day she will become less racist because this is what she grew up with, and I don't think she realizes it in that sense yet. And I'm hoping that there's something one day that makes her go, oh my god, that's really shitty.
Mm.
Because
I mean, V was like, do not become as bad as them.
Yes.
yeah,
I think if anyone's going to teach you the lesson, it's going to be V.
yeah, I think so. And I'm just like, I recognize it. Like I guess I
I'll
want to
pull
say
you
that. Like,
down
You're just
to
gonna
a
treat people
non-existent tier.
People differently by the color of their scales.
yeah. I guess it's just for her. It's harder because she knows and like she's had experiences against people, so she's like immediately just wary because she knows that a lot of them, or she at least what she understands is that a lot of them are out to you know like hurt and even kill like other like metallic dragonborn, and for her that's always just something that she was taught growing up. And I think that I want her to realize that that's not the best way to immediately now be like, okay, they all need to, you know, like be taken out before that can happen.
Yeah.
And she's not actively going to hunt any dragonborn down, like ever, I don't think. In the sense of just like random ones. But it's the whole thing, and I've been thinking about it a lot, and I think like I'm worried about it being too much that way, but it's something that I think she and like Kelariis as a character needs to go through that.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely a role-playing thing.
Yeah. So that was
If it eases your conscience, these guys were almost certainly like, well, they are functionally terrorists. So
yeah, and I mean they attacked, so in my mind it's like, okay, this is now self-defense. I don't care who you are, you just tried to attack the people that I am friends with / working with. Yeah. So, yeah, it's just more like in the future than with the kobolds. That was another thing I was worried about. But I'm happy with my with her, or the decision I made that she didn't decide to just straight up murder them, because that would have been very bad.
Yes, because they would have tried to fight back, but the amount of HP they have is I think it's lower than your minimum damage, so
maybe. Yeah, I know that kobolds have really low HP, so
yeah. It would have been Anakin and the Temple of the Jedi all over again.
God.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to be like that.
Yeah.
But I think Kelariis was also very surprised that V was like, let me do it. And she doesn't have a problem with that, but I think she's suddenly seen V in a different light, especially after after she came back from Grove and said like all these things that she found out, sort of, like to an extent. So
Well,
that's
also-
another thing.
Also, I think V kind of noticed that it was a little personal for Kelariis, and I think V felt like, I don't think you should do it.
Yeah. I mean, Kelariis wouldn't have been like gruesome about it. She would have killed him and then left it at that. In that case, so. But yeah, no, I totally get it. But it was interesting.
Cool. Wow.
Yeah, I also thought a little bit of that scene where Lysatis killed the girl thing in the Shadowfell.
Yes.
Like, it's kind of like that.
Indeed.
Yeah.
The creature that deserved death, but also mercy. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so with that, take your experience, and that is the end of our session for this evening. I'd like to thank everybody for playing. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next time for more of this boat nonsense.
Boat nonsense.
Boat nonsense.
We've got 3 more sessions to go, guys.
Ay, ay, ay. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.